all right? Tonight, I'm going to be teaching you some little known secrets that can transform your trading in a very short while. And I'm not talking about 6 months, 12 months. I'm talking about within 3 months of consistent practice, the secrets I'm going to show you tonight will transform your trading beyond anything you have ever imagined, all right? Anything you've ever imagined. So as we progress, I know that some of us are not yet here, all right? Because, you know, when we went for the short break, a whole lot of people went off on the break and are not yet back here. I don't think I would be waiting for anybody, but I'm just going to go right into what I want to share with you guys tonight. All right. So if you're ready for us to start the session, I need you to just drop an emoji in the chat box. Just drop an emoji, just type something in the chat box. Let me know how many of us are excited. All right. Yeah, amazing, amazing, amazing. All right. Good, good, good. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to get right into it because it's important that I am as fast as possible because there's so much to cover. There's so much to cover. And I am excited to show you as much as I can. All right, so the first speaker, Mr. Femi, I know some of you might have wondered, oh, why did I bring such a person on board and all of that? I know it looked so simple, but that is somebody that over the past 6-8 years, I have seen him transform as many as 4 startup companies to as high as making consistent, heavy returns annually. All right. He has more than 4 companies that he started himself or partnered with someone to start, and they're all doing amazingly, mind-blowingly well right now. All right. And he's a very vast person. He works in the financial sector. He works with a bank. He has some other businesses that are not related to the financial markets and all, and he's doing fantastically well for himself. All right. And, you know, he adopted me during the process where, you know, I was trying to come into the market, trying to understand how, you know, the big boys trade the markets, how the banks see the market. All right. And that's why one of the edges that I have as a trainer and a Forex trader is the fact that I have inside information. All right. I understand the way the smart guys trade, I understand the way the banks see the market, and it has helped me become a much better trader on the overall, right, on the large scale. So without further ado, all right, I know my voice might not be really so clear as some of you are used to it. Just pardon me for that. So let's get into it. First of all, I'm going to be talking about crypto, all right? I'm going to be starting with crypto traders, and that's basically because many people are not familiar with crypto trading yet. All right, most people that are familiar with crypto trading are more familiar with crypto spot trading. All right, to make this teaching more practical, I'm going to head over into the whiteboard and make my teaching more intimate for everybody that is following me right now. All right, so we're going to be talking about crypto trading. All right, and I need you to follow me closely. So most people who call themselves crypto traders, they are unidirectional, all right? They are monodirectional, rather. They trade in only one direction, all right? But what do I mean by that? Most people that trade crypto are into crypto spot trading, all right? And what does this mean? Crypto spot trading simply means, so coin has been released. It's doing amazingly well. You can buy it, all right? And then I jump in and buy it. Maybe I'm buying it on PooCoin exchange, or I'm buying on Binance, or I'm buying on one of these exchanges, and then I'm selling it and converting the amount I've bought into a stable coin, all right, like USDT and the likes after a while, all right? Once it increases in value, and then I sell it off and get another one, all right? Or I convert it into USDT. Now, as good as this is, all right, the margin of profit from this is sincerely not good enough. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because most of the people that I've seen practice this style of trading, all right, after a while, many of them get so comfortable with it that they end up losing their portfolio. Currently, this is just on the 9th day of January, and so far this year, I have had 4 people who have come to me to tell me, oh, I invested money into some coins, and then right now my portfolio is completely gone. My portfolio is crashed. All right, I have somebody who lost a portfolio of over 700,000 naira. I have somebody who lost a portfolio of well over 1 million naira. All right, and all of this amounts of money are things that could have done fantastically well if they had invested it into the second style of trading, which is simply crypto futures trading. All right. Crypto futures trading. Now, what do I mean by crypto futures trading? Crypto futures trading. Now, for crypto spot, you only make profits when the value of the coin you are holding increases. All right. So if the value of the coin does not increase, you are not making profit. If it begins to drop, then you are making a loss. You're running at a loss. All right. So people who are trading spots right now, as coins are dipping and the market is crashing, they are lamenting because they are footing heavy losses. All right. But for a crypto futures trader, crypto futures is traded the regular way we trade Forex. All right. You can trade with a leverage, you can trade with a lot size, you can control your risk, you can apply stop loss, take profits, you can lock your profit, you can do, you can place break even, you can place pending orders, you can run technical analysis if you're running crypto futures, you understand? So there's a whole lot. So right now, even though the market is crashing, all right, for a crypto futures trader, he can still be making mind-blowing profits. All right. And that was why, if you heard the first speaker, he was talking about the fact that even though the crypto markets are plunging right now, there are still a couple of people who are still making amazing profits regardless. All right. So I'm going to be I'm not going to go into details with the crypto futures or with the crypto trading thing, because I'm aware that many of us are here because we are Forex traders. All right. We trade Forex, we trade synthetic indices, and then that's the core of our focus. So I'm not going to do so much explanation on the crypto futures, but I just want to lay a foundation and create a background that we can work with over the next couple of minutes. All right. So for crypto futures, you trade it like regular Forex. You can do technical analysis. You can do a whole lot of analysis to understand where the market is headed. You can adjust your lot size. You can adjust your leverage, and then I have seen people who have taken singular trades on crypto futures that has yielded over 1,000% returns. All right, 1,000% returns meant that they made times 10 of the particular amount that they invested, which means we're talking about 1:10 risk reward. All right, which is also something that is extremely possible if you're trading the financial markets or the foreign exchange market. All right, I've seen people who have done as much as 4,756% in crypto futures. All right, the reason why I cannot show some of these screenshots is because I'm hosting this meeting from my PC. All right, and most of these screenshots are on my phone. Right, but maybe during the course of the week or after this session is over, I'll drop some of these screenshots so that you see them for yourselves and realize that this is not just talk. All right, I personally, let me talk about my own self. I remember I personally wanted to test out the crypto futures market with I was so averse in my risk that I started with $5. All right, I started with $5, and then I took a trade, risking $2 out of the $5 that I started with. All right, and then at the end of that trade, by the time the trade hit my take profit, I had already made profits of close to about $20, and I started with $5. All right, I started with $5. Now, as a result of that, I actually stopped trading crypto futures for a while because I wanted to prepare for this webinar, prepare for what EZFX will be unveiling in the next couple of months for all of our followers, for all of our students, for all of our people. So I have had to take my time off crypto futures, but I'm definitely going back for my pound of flesh. All right. So having said that, crypto futures trading is something that is remarkable, is amazing for those of you who might not be familiar with it. If you need mentorship, if you need training in that regard, we can talk after this session. All right. It's one sure way that I know you can use to make 100 times, all right, of your portfolio within 90 days. All right. So does that mean, oh, sir, are you saying you lied to us? Are you saying the headline is a fake, is a ruse just to get us to, attend the webinar? I would say a big no. All right. Making 100 times of your Forex trading account in 1 month is in 90 days is actually possible, but it is going to require a whole lot of discipline. All right. It's not something that, it's not something you can just hop on and say, oh yeah, I can do this, I can do this. Right. It's going to require a whole lot of discipline. So I'm going to be showing us 3 things that I do personally. All right. The first thing is to have a risk threshold. All right. Remember, the first speaker was also talking about that. All right. Have a risk threshold. Personally, for me, I never risk more than 10% of my account per day. All right. I never risk more than 10% of my account per day. All right. Regardless how many commodities I'm trading, regardless how long I'll be trading for, I never risk more than 10% per day. The number two thing that I do is I practice correlation. I have a correlation secret that I'm going to be showing us before the end of this session. I practice correlation. And then number 3 is I have a solid risk management practice. All right, I have a solid risk management practice. So I'm going to be taking my video off now because I'm actually a little bit cautious about how my face is appearing in the video. So I'm going to stop the video so that I can just, run through this without having to check in the camera repeatedly. Okay, so these 3 things are secrets that I'm going to be sharing with us, and I need us to pay solid attention to this. So I started by saying I never risk more than 10% of my portfolio per day. All right. Now, the way I do that is this. If I'm going to take 10 trades that day, all right, on a particular day, it means that for those 10 trades that I'm going to take, I am not expecting, I'm not going to be risking anything more than 1% on each of those trades. All right. Remember, there are 10 trades, and I am not risking more than 1% per trade. Right, which means on the overall, I cannot lose more than 10% of my account that day, all right, per day. And what that does is it means that the worst case scenario that can occur is that I have 10 losing days back to back, all right. I trade for 10 days and I lose every single day for 10 days, which is something that is virtually impossible for somebody like me. If you know me, you know that it's basically practically impossible for me to have 10 days of losing trades. In fact, if I'm going to take 10 trades in a day, I have a guarantee that at least 8 of those trades are going to give me at least 1:3 risk reward. All right, at least 8 of those trades will give me 1:3 risk to reward. All right, so having said that, I practice correlation. Now, what do I mean by correlation, and how exactly do I practice correlation? It's something that I might want to show you on the chart, but I am being, okay, let's see if it's something we can do. All right, let me show you this. I'm not going to be showing on the chart because showing the chart is going to make me want to start doing some details, and I really don't think I want to do that right now. but I'm going to teach you how I practice my correlation. Now I have, I check the strength and weakness of currencies, 3 major currencies, all right? I check US dollar, all right? I check the Japanese yen, all right? And then I check the pound, all right? Now, or let me just put GBP. Now, what do I mean by checking the strength? Each of these currencies has a chart, all right, that shows the index, all right, that shows the index of those commodities. And what do I mean by index? It shows how much people are willing to pay, either to buy or to sell, all right? It shows what the negotiation in the market is looking like and how much people are willing to buy or sell for, all right? So when I check these 3 charts, all right, I have for the USDU, that's why sometimes you see me post the DXY commodity chart, all right? For the JPY, there's something called the JPY basket, all right? It's also a chart that you can analyze technically in order to understand what the forces of demand and supply are looking like, all right? And then for pounds, there's something called the BXY chart, all right? So you look at these 3, when you understand what it is looking like, all right, what their strength is looking like, it means that you already have a bias for USD JPY, all right, for trading USD JPY. You have a bias for trading GBP JPY, all right, and then you already have a bias for trading GBP USD. All right, so that means at least for 3 commodities, you know which direction it should go. So if we have US dollar being strong, we have GBP that is delaying or consolidating, and then we have JPY that is in a strong downtrend. All right, it means USD JPY will be bullish. It means GBP JPY might be ranging. It might be bullish on the overall, but it might be ranging. And then we know GBP USD is going to be heavily either bearish or ranging in a bearish direction, which means in this scenario, the best commodity to trade would be USD JPY. All right. So when I've done my correlation, I do the USD JPY and I double down on my USD JPY positions. All right. Now I know that it's a lot to grab because I'm being fast right now, but please, I'm going to get the recording available to everybody so that we can all go over these things again, you know, internalize the lessons and then begin to practice and apply them in our own diligent way or in our own way. So please pardon me if I'm unable to repeat some things because time is really, really not my friend right now. All right, so when I do this correlation, all right, once I know where USD JPY is headed, GBP JPY, GBP USD, I can now translate this value, all right? It's now something that I can translate into some other commodities. So on the average, most times, all right, I have this bias for at least 6 commodities. All right, I have a bias for at least 6 commodities. All right, which means 3 commodities aside from this USD JPY, GBP USD, GBP JPY, all right? So when I have that bias, I know which one I should trade with heavier lot size or heavier risk because I am sure that the market will move with a larger momentum, all right? I'm confident that there's a larger momentum in that direction. I know which ones to minimize my risk exposure, all right? Because I have a bias that there might be a degree or an amount of consolidation on that commodity or on that chart, all right? So as a result of that, it helps me leverage better. All right, so it helps me leverage better, it helps me position myself better in the financial markets and trade and take wiser, smarter decisions, all right? And as far as risk management is concerned, for those of you who have been with me for a year now, 6 months, 9 months, you would know that what I teach, which is the Templars trading strategy, is something that gives me amazing entries, all right? It gives me sniper entries with extremely minimal drawdowns, all right, and extremely large risk to reward ratios. There are times where I catch trades that give me 1:13 risk reward, 1:10, 1:11, all right, and then on the average, the minimum I ever trade is 1:2 risk reward, right? That's the minimum trade that I go for, 1:2 risk reward, 1:3 and above, all right? So when it comes to risk management, I have a solid risk management in place as a result of my technical analysis strategy, which is the Templars trading strategy. I have a secret price correlation strategy that helps me get insight into commodities better, all right? Then I have a risk threshold that I trade with per day, all right? So having said that, how then can I make 100 times of my portfolio in 90 days? All right. So statistically speaking, when you compound 5.3% profit, all right, per day over 90 days, what you end up having is 100 times of what you started with. So let me break this down further, which means if I'm starting with $1,000, all right, if I'm starting with $1,000, it means that on the first trading day, my trading target is to make $53. All right. My target on the very first day is to make $53. All right. On the next day, I already have $1,053. So I'm going to be trading to make about 5.3% of this amount to the following day. All right. And if I can consistently stay with this for 90 days, there is a guarantee that after 90 days, I would have 100 times my initial capital. All right. Now, why then is it that many traders, if it is this simple, all right, why then is it that many traders cannot do this? The answer is simple. The average retail trader trades with too little money. All right. The average retail trader wants to trade. All right. So the average retail trader wants to trade a $100 account, a $200 account, and be comfortable with it. All right. Which is not really advisable if you are in the game for compounding. Because if you're trading a $100 account, it means that you are targeting $5.3 profit, $5.30 profit per day. The truth is, psychologically, there are very few people who can accept that as a profitable trading day. All right. If I'm trading a $100 account and I'm saying, oh, I'm supposed to be contented with $5.30, the average trader will say that is too small. What nonsense. Like, this is so little, this is so meager. All right. And as a result of that, their emotions get to overpower them, and then they allow greed into their minds. All right. And once greed steps into their minds, the ability to stay consistent and focused for the rest of the journey just does not work. All right. I know majority of you, or many of you here, would have seen Excel spreadsheets that people have prepared, and compound interest Excel sheets that people have prepared over time. Oh, if you start with $10, by the end of 6 months, 12 months, you're going to have $100,000. It sounds amazing. It sounds mind-blowing. But let us be practical and factual. If you're trading a $10 account and you're making 2% per day, or let's even say 5 or 6% per day, it means that on that $10 account, you are not targeting more than 60 cents profit per day. So your first trading day, you are targeting just 60 cents. You make 60 cents profit and you go and rest. The truth is, how many of you will accept that as profit and go home rejoicing? If you cannot do that, it means that I have just shown you the reason why 100 times of your portfolio in 90 days may be impossible for you. all right? Because you have just told me and shown me by your attitude or action that you don't have a mind that is game for the long term, right? People that are in the game for the long term, they are not people who are in the game to say, oh, let me just trade today and make 100% profit and not come back tomorrow. All right. For somebody like me, Forex trading is my full-time job. All right. I pastor a church, a ministry over here, and I sincerely know what it feels like, all right, when trading is all that you have. All you have as an option, right? And because I know that this thing that I'm doing is something that I want to be able to come back tomorrow and still have some funds left in my portfolio. I want to be able to come back next tomorrow and still have funds left in my portfolio. I want to be able to come back next month and still have funds to trade. As a result of that, I manage my risk. All right, remember what we looked at in the first session, mitigate your risk, all right? And at the same time, you can also, what's that third one now? You can mitigate your risk and then you can transfer your risk, all right? You can mitigate your risk, you can transfer your risk. All right. So a lot of people don't know how to do that, but I have had to learn the hard way. All right. I've had to learn the hard way. For the past 2 years, all right, I have learned how to just stay where I am and compound over time. All right. Reason being that I know that if I'm going to still be here as a trader next year, it is not going to be because I made 1,000% in one day. All right, it's going to be because I was able to prove and create a track record of small wins and small successes that have accumulated into a major streak, a winning streak for me. All right, I am not here to blow as a one-time wonder. I am here to stay. All right, so if I don't have that mindset, and if you don't have that mindset too, you may if you don't have that mindset too, sorry, my throat is really dry right now because I've had to scream a lot. So, but please bear with me. So please, if your mic is on, kindly mute it. So I'm saying that if you're unable to stand with discipline and practice proper discipline, all right, if you're unable to practice proper discipline, then the things that I have taught you in this webinar might not really help you. All right. So I want you to know that I'm really interested in helping you, but some of you don't have the materials. You don't have the equipment to be helped. All right. And I'm speaking this from an experience perspective. All right. I've had people who have come to me in my inbox and say, oh, sir, I know you're so good. You're an expert trader. I have a $10 account that I want you to trade for me. All right. Help me grow my $10 account so that I can pay for your course. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't care what your intention is, but as far as I'm concerned, that is a solid head-on insult. All right. It's a direct insult. You're telling me that you want to pay for my course, which currently is $500, and you are giving me an assignment to grow your $10 to $500 so that you can pay me for my course. As good as that sounds, it is actually a very, very wicked thing to do. All right. Which is why I understand that people have financial constraints. I understand that people have needs. But at the same time, I am trying to get you to stop being people who are trying to trade for 1 month, 2 months, trade and blow. And then after you trade and you blow, you are unable to trade again. All right. Because when you blow, your account was also blown. All right. So I want to use this medium to communicate my intention to you, my passion to you guys. All right. I want you to realize that my biggest drive is to see or to build a team of people who I can beat my chest about and say, these guys are solid trading professionals, right? And it's not going to be, it's not going to happen because, you trade with about 16 different indicators. You have like 15 different signals group that you're on. You have like 8 different mentors that you listen to that post different things all the time. The truth is, at the end of the day, you are going to be so confused, you would not know what to do. All right. And the minute you are confused, you will not be able to get the best out of the market. All right. And I'm telling you this from an informed position. All right. From an informed perspective. Okay. So if you want to 100 times your Forex trading portfolio in 90 days, I have just shown you the secret. Now, remember, let me quickly say this. The 90 days does not mean 90 calendar days. It means 90 trading days. All right. So what does that mean? It means that if you step into the market one day and then the direction of the market is not clear to you, it's not absolutely clear, shut down your laptop, take a sip of wine, dance. All right. Play some music, dance, hang out. All right. Visit nature reserves, take time out. All right. Nobody is pressuring you to want to do this in 90 calendar days. But we are talking about 90 trading days. So if you get to the market and then you are not seeing a clear direction, relax. All right. Take a bite, buy yourself some pizza, just hang out, have fun. All right. This life is not so hard that you cannot come again to the market tomorrow. All right. Remember, you are in for the long game. All right. You are not here to come and blow. You are here to stay. All right. And that needs to be the mindset that you trade with. That I'm not here to make profit for 5 days and then lose everything on the 6th day. All right. So these are little things that can help many of us become extremely profitable within a very short period of time. All right. Within a very short period of time. Having said that, all right, I'm going to quickly make this announcement here and now. I'm going to quickly make this announcement here and now as I round up, all right? This month, I'm going to be having a challenge, all right? I'm going to be training 2 or 3 groups of persons, all right? It's definitely not going to be free, but it's going to be extremely affordable. I'm going to be splitting us into 3 different groups, all right? I'm going to train everybody in those 3 groups, all right? I'm going to give them the same material, the same content, all right? And then we're going to do that for 1 month. And then in the next month, we're going to have 1 month of solid practice, all right? And I'm going to choose the best student from each of those groups. I'm going to pick the best student from each of those groups and then the best student overall. The best student from each of the groups is going to get a cash gift from me. And by cash gift, I'm not talking $50. I'm talking a minimum of $200 as a cash gift. All right. And then the overall best student from these 3 groups is going to be getting a funded account. I'm going to be getting the person a $10,000 funded account to trade. All right. I'm going to be getting the person a $10,000 funded account to trade. Now, you want to ask me, why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I need you to realize that the best traders are not the best because they have some hidden agenda or some hidden strategies or they belong in the Illuminati. All right. The best traders are the best, not even because of their trading strategy, but because of their psychology. All right. And that's why for the people in the 3 groups, I'm going to give them the same content, the same materials. All right. And even despite the fact that they are all exposed to the same information, we are still going to have people who will stand out amongst the rest. What will make the difference? Psychology. All right. The difference will be in the psychology, how they handle their trades. All right. So somebody is asking, how much is it going to cost? I am not going to put a price on it. All right. I'm going to throw it to us on the Telegram group. We are going to decide the price. All right. And then we are going to, by our own selves, decide how many people should be in each group. Should we have 5 people per group, 10 people per group? And I want you to sincerely know that this year is not a year to slack. This is a year for aggressive pursuit of financial freedom, aggressive pursuit of financial stability. All right. And if that is not your game, then you may be in the wrong place. This might be the wrong platform for you. All right. Over the next couple of months, we'll have several other webinars where I will show you some new things, some secret things that I need you to begin to add and combine with your trading from now. All right. So having said that, I'm going to be rounding up. We're rounding up right now. We're going to be taking the questions in the Telegram group. So if you have a question, please, you can start dropping it in the Telegram group right now. This session is going to end in the next 45 seconds. All right. So quickly, I want to ask, for those of you who are still here right now, if you have a comment that you would like to drop, you've learned something, you want to say thank you, you have a remark, please and please don't hide it. All right. Please and please don't hide it. By the time we end this session and we get back into the Telegram group, let those who missed these sessions, let them know that we actually delivered value. All right. Let them know that we actually delivered solid value. All right. So I'm going to be closing this session here and now. All right. And I sincerely want to say a big thank you to everyone who has made it to be here tonight. All right. I really love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for believing in EasyFX Academy. All right. And as I round up, I want to say once again, I remain your friend, your host, your mentor, Adetola-Freeman Ogunkunle. God bless you guys. And I love you from the bottom of my heart. Have a lovely week. Have a beautiful rest of the month. And God bless you. Thank you very much, everybody.